Hello, Steve and Joann Ward. How's it going, guys?
Great. How are you?
Good. VH1's Tough Love, the second season premieres on Sunday, right?
Yes, it does. Sunday night at 9 o'clock, a 90-minute premiere.
Let me just begin with, I was doing research on you two, and of course I Googled you and I saw a picture of you. Joann, I thought you guys were brother and sister, with no disrespect.
Well, thank you.
I'm not joking. All right, Steve, tell us a little bit about the show, the premise of the show in general.
Oh, well, basically, it's a dating boot camp where I work with 8 women that are sort of laboring in love. They have one dating disease or another, and they're very relatable archetypes. And so what I do is I put them through a series of challenges week to week that have to do with these self-contained themes of dating, from first impressions, communication, to sex, money, past relationships, family, friends. We cover the whole gamut. And each week they're presented with a challenge, a lesson, and then an opportunity to go out on a match.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the end of it, they all come away better people for the experience, and a lot of them end up leading in serious relationships.
Now, you play the host, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Joann, what role are you playing in the show?
I'm the co-host. I'm kind of like, the person that Steve comes to if he gets a little stuck, or, I do a lot of the matchmaking on the show. So I'm the co-host of the show with Steve.
She's the den mother.
All right. How do you go about casting women as well as casting men to be on the program?
You know what? I got to tell you, they've come into us in droves.
20,000.
There was more than 20,000 women that applied for the second season. And, the men that we recruit to be a part of the show, they love our work. They are big fans, and they feel like, it's a great opportunity for them to participate in a very cool, radical social experiment. And, they put their best foot forward. They're on their best behavior. And, they even hope that there's a possibility that they connect with, the women that we introduce them to. So it was very easy to attract, a large pool of candidates. The hard part was choosing which ones we wanted to use.
So, for example, there's one of the girls on the cast, I believe she had a piercing in her cheek, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, one did.
Is this appealing to the average male? Like, is that somebody that you go for, somebody a little bit out of the norm to cast on the show?
No. We just wanted to work with women that had issues that we felt were correctable. And so, the one thing that we do at the beginning of each season, do a makeover.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a girl that came on the show that had a nose ring, and I just told her, look, guys that aren't going to take a girl home to mom that has a nose ring, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The guy's a punker, a punk rocker, and very irreverent, and but that's just a rare case. So the majority of men out there won't bring a girl home to mom with facial piercings.
And that's not what she wanted anyway. So that's the story of it, is that she didn't want to attract that kind of guy, and so you can't look like that if you don't want to attract that kind of guy.
Does it work both ways, Joann? Are females, you think, attracted to men with piercings?
If that's what they're into. There's nothing wrong with it if that's, what you like. Each to their own. But you can't, there's this thing where people think, she's a high-end corporate attorney, and underneath all those clothes are tattoos and piercings. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
You're not going to. You are the company you keep, and you're going to attract what you are.
What would you say, Steve, is a man's biggest mistake when it comes to courting a female?
I think they try to get them into bed too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, look, we're men, we're sexual creatures. That's what we're looking for. But there's something to be said about courting somebody and really and showing them that you have respect for them, and that's been lost. And we really focus on trying to teach people what the principles of relationship building is all about. That's why we put out a book called A Crash Course in Love, where we break down the elements of relationship building into finding, dating, and keeping the one. And what we do is we try to manage people's perceptions, recognize roadblocks, and help them plan to make change to improve the quality of their love life. Very
good. Joann, what would you say is a woman's biggest mistake when it comes to dating?
They move too fast. They're, in a rush, in a hurry.
Yeah.
They give off this vibe, no matter what age it is that they're desperate. It's okay to be single.
Yeah.
It's okay. The right guy's going to come along at the right timing.
Your time will come.
Yeah.
If you just put out the right energy, we believe very much in the law of attraction, and you have to put out a positive energy in order to attract a positive person.